So basically, like how it actually works is the main problem in the world is not like a human being, this being good or bad or something. The only problem that is people are not conscious. Okay,
Yeah.
people are not conscious. So to become conscious, there are only two ways. Okay, because like everything, how we actually call as a conscious is basically like at the moment for most of the people, or say let's say like 100% of the people, is
Mhm.
whatever is fed through your like five senses. Okay, and
Yeah.
your mind is processing the information, and that is projected into your mind, and then you are taking the best decision you can take, or sometimes even the worst decision you can also take. Okay, that's a different matter altogether. Now coming back to that one, like if you want to have the clear clarity on your life and to become more and more conscious, that basically means you should be able to see things as clearly as they are. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with that one, like at the moment, like our five senses are very limited to the duality of things. For example, like you can feel heat because you have experienced cold. Okay, you can see black color because you have seen other colors. Yeah, just
Yeah.
like Sadhguru gives a classic example of, you can see this hand because you cannot see this one. So at the moment, like what is actually happening in the world, like is people have actually, just like Sadhguru gives a classic example of the a piece of the million piece set of jigsaw puzzle. So I found like a five pieces of jigsaw puzzle, okay, and then like I put them together, and that can be very very useful for survival, but
Mm.
that doesn't give you the clear picture of what the truth is and
What?
everything. And that is
Yeah.
where the big problem is. Everybody has got different kind of pieces, okay, not everybody has the same pieces, so everybody has got different pieces, so everybody has got different understanding and different perception of the reality, and that is actually creating a conflict also. Okay, now
Yeah.
when we are talking about the consciousness, there are only two ways. Okay, there are other ways also, but
Mhm.
like only two ways are the main one, which is known as the, in technical term they are known as the way of the pragna and way of the
Uh,
samadhi. Okay, way of the
yeah.
pragna is something like whatever your awareness at the moment is spread around. Okay, for example, we are having the conversation, so you are glued to this screen, like looking like what I'm about to see. But let's say like you are
Yeah.
walking in the street, like sounds are coming, like temperature, all this kind of information are bombarding to your system. Okay, so because of that reason, like we are unable to experience what is actually happening within us. Okay, because our attention is too much engaged with the external stimuli. So because
Yeah.
of that reason, like one way is you sit in a meditation, and like there is an approach. I will not go too much technicality, but like you do
Mhm.
certain kind of thing known as the dharana. Okay, it's
Yeah.
basically like concentration, so that like you don't want to break the flow of your awareness. So the main objective is, so whatever the awareness your is divided, you are trying to bring all of them together and make it so fine and refined, so that whatever you look at it, you can pierce that one. Okay, but the problem of today's world is like nobody has a patience. Okay, for example, like they want everything immediately and everything, not knowing how the system works and everything. So because of that reason, like it is not a realistic approach for everyone. Okay, in today's world. So because of that reason, like we approach a little bit indirectly, which is known as the way of the samadhi, in which approach something known as the kriya yoga. Okay, so
Yeah.
in Kriya Yoga, what actually does is like a Sadhguru gives the analogy of a bulb. Okay, so if you put little bit of voltage into that bulb, like it will be glow only that much, based on like how much current is flowing through that one. So you won't be able to see everything. But let's say like if you feed in more voltage and more current, what is going to happen? It is going to glow more brighter, and you will be able to see everything with the clarity. So when you
Mhm.
see everything with the clarity, there is no question about suffering, isn't it? Yes, yeah. At the moment, like
Yeah.
why people are suffering is because they are not conscious. So they are doing this thing and expecting to work, doing this thing, doing that one, and then it is actually like creating a lot of things, and that is the reason you can see the millions and maybe like a trillions of books in the libraries, which are completely useless actually. Okay, the books have never solved the problem. In technological and implementation, it might be useful, but philosophical
Yeah.
books and everything, they're completely useless. Okay, now because of that reason, like what we actually does is when you do a kriya yoga, you are actually converting what we actually know as the prana energy into the non-physical dimension of energy, which is known as the ojas. Okay, with the
Yeah.
kriya you can convert the ojas. The more ojas you have, if you want to tell you in a very like a analogical way and everything, you can say it is a license for you to access the beyond, what we refer as a beyond. Now people
Oh,
might be asking, what is a beyond? So basically, like at the moment, like whatever we see as a physicality, the physicality cannot exist by itself. There is an underlying source which is actually making it happen. That is what we actually refer as a spiritual dimension. Okay, what is actually happening? For example, like I'm creating a sound and everything. You can, scientists can go and say that, okay, it is coming from the body. The body uses some kind of energy and something. You can go on and on and on, but like you can never find that. Okay, it will go on forever process. But if you do a certain kind of practices and everything, you can clearly know that like there is something that is beyond the physicality and everything. That is what we
mhm.
known as the another dimension. Now coming back to the energy process, what is going to happen is, see, I do not know like how it is in the place like now where I am, like we're slowly going towards something known as the Uttarayana peak. That basically means like we are coming out of the winter. Okay, so
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
like but still like you can still feel the chills in the morning and evening. That basically means if you need to
yeah,
heat your body, what you need to do, either I have first choice is either I need to do some jogging, or I need to eat some like hot water or hot drink or something, so that I can rise the like a heat in my body. Or the
yeah.
another alternative is I need to go in front of the fireplace, or I need to go in front of the heater. Okay. So
Yes.
how this energy spaces works is, the energy spaces, what we refer as a Sakti Pita or the Dhanalinga or Linga Vairavi or any other energy spaces, what it does is, it is a source of like the spiritual energy, which is known as the Ojas. Okay.
Okay.
So when you go there, like it's just like, let's say like I don't have enough energy in my system. I can go over there, sit there, and I can imbibe that energy. And I can like, just like going in front of the heat or the fire, like I can like, energize my system. Sadhguru uses the very nice terminology, something known as the taking the imprint of the deity. Okay,
Yeah.
so you take the energy, but this is just the like the clear thing. So basically, the main objective why I actually did the travel and everything was basically to ensure that like these places has got the energies, because like there can be a places where like people might be going and then sitting over there, but there might be nothing also. So you don't want to
Exactly.
waste your time and effort and everything. So our objective should be like always follow something that works. Yes.